Hi there, it's Jen from modernmedicinelady.com and the Empathic Woman System, and the word of the day is wait. And I choose this word because I had to wait to come up with this word. I was actually really racking my brain trying to think of what did I learn today, what was the theme of the day, and what could be a good word. And I was just sort of sitting with it, and I just sort of sat and closed my eyes and was tuning in, and I realized, oh, I'm waiting right now for guidance and for a word to come to me, but that was the theme of the day. And it started with a text message from a friend earlier about a situation where the guidance that I got about it was that this is the holding pattern, this is a period of transition, and the best thing that anybody could do is wait. And then later, talking with a client, I was having a conversation about career stuff and moves and big changes in their life and whether now was the right time to be doing it or if waiting to see what next thing revealed itself might make more sense, because it was like there weren't quite enough puzzle pieces to put things together. And sometimes in my experience, like if the answer is not clear, if the way is not open, if there is nothing apparent and there isn't an obvious next step, sometimes the best thing that I can do is wait and just take a moment, pause, go do something completely different for a few minutes. Maybe go load the dishwasher or go see a movie or go for a walk or make a phone call or just do something that has nothing to do with what I'm trying to sort out, and just step away from it and then wait for guidance to appear. And what I find is that there are times when the reason why guidance is not coming or information is not coming is that it is literally not ready. Like there's things that need to be put into place before I'm going to have a clear sense of what is coming or what I want to be doing. And it's really important to allow that to be okay. And I think we live in a culture where the idea of waiting is not something we're very comfortable with. I think we've been taught to try to force the river, and if we don't know an answer, to try to force an outcome or to just sort of, hammer on it until something comes out of it. And in my personal experience, when the information is not yet there, no amount of hammering is going to make it come. No amount of trying to dissect it is going to reveal it if the answer isn't in it. And what I have over and over again found is that when I'm in that state of not knowing, the best thing I can do is wait and like I said, step away and do something else, and then come back and see if the answer has come to me yet. Now, the one other thing I wanted to talk about with this is sort of this thing that I realized for myself is that there is a distinction between waiting and procrastinating. And what I've realized as I've been having these conversations and as I record this word today, is that waiting is when we do not know what the next step is and we just need to wait for the next step. Procrastinating or avoiding or hesitating or resisting, in my experience, is when we know what the next step is, but for some reason we do not want to take it. Now, I think most of the time we procrastinate either because we're afraid for some reason, we're afraid of failure, we're afraid of the outcome, we're afraid of not being able to succeed at doing something, whatever, but that we have fear and that's stopping us from moving forward. Or we procrastinate because the truth is we don't really like it and we don't really want to be doing it. And because we don't want to be doing it, we'll procrastinate so we can avoid it. Now, in the first case, when it's fear, sometimes it really is just about feel the fear and do it anyway, acknowledge the fear and move through it, because the procrastination is just stopping us in our tracks and keeping us spinning our wheels, and it's not really serving us in the way that waiting does serve us. But in other cases where we are procrastinating because we don't like something, I think that it's important to evaluate, is this something I can just walk away from, that I can step out of, I can acknowledge I don't like it, and I can stop doing it? Is this something that for the time being I need to do, and maybe I don't know what is the next thing, and maybe what I need to do is do this while I wait for clarity about the next step and about a way to do something different. And then there are other times where I think it is just a matter of it's unpleasant, we may not like it, we may not want to do it, but it's part of being a grown-up and we just need to put on our big girl pants and suck it up and do it. But I do think even within procrastination, there can be times if it's about really, it's not aligned for us, we don't really want to do it, but we don't know what the next step is, that allowing ourselves to acknowledge that there's something else and we need to, and that we may need to wait for that something else, but that the procrastination is not serving us at all. Although I imagine it's serving us in the fact that we're not having to do something we don't like, but in the sense of if it's something that needs to get done, basically we're better off, as there's a book called Eat That Frog, and in this case we're better off just eating that frog. So right now my question to you is there something that you are waiting for guidance about? Is there something in your life where you're not completely clear? Or is there something where you kind of know what you should be doing, but you're hesitating or procrastinating? And, or is there kind of a combination of the two things in your life? And can you tell the difference between those places where you're waiting for clarity and guidance versus where you're hesitating and resisting and procrastinating? And in the second case, if you're noticing that you are hesitating and procrastinating, what would be the way to work around that for you? Is it something you can walk away from, or is this simply a frog that you've got to eat? And how could you make this frog palatable enough that you could just basically get over it and do it? So I'd love to hear what you have to say about all of this. So please leave a comment below. And until next word of the day, I am wishing you peace and ease. And if you're not clear about what the next step is, or about, guidance from whatever, just that comfort in waiting. So in the meantime, please go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jennifer Moore, Modern Medicine Lady. And also, I will be eternally grateful for your help to get this word of the day out. So please like it and share it with other people who would find it interesting. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And until next word of the day, peace.